Alright, well hey neighbors, welcome to the shed shop in this edition of Dr. Diagnostics. I have on my bench neighbor Eric's STIHL BR600 backpack blower, and since my eBay computer is acting up and has been for a week, and I just bought $1,000 worth of parts to list and sell and cannot do it, I have to make my chump change by working on stuff very cheap. And so neighbor Eric said this thing was running okay. It was a little rough to start. It sat for a couple of years and now doesn't run. So basically it probably just needs a tune-up and a service. So we're going to go ahead and start with removing our air filter box. We'll get our air filter off, our carburetor off. We'll inspect our fuel lines, fuel filter. And I cannot recollect if this one has valves, but if it does, we will set our clearance gap. So our cover comes off with one T27 screw. And the first thing I like to do is I go ahead and remove the hose. That's just simple loosening some screws and popping it off. It just makes it easier not to have that in the way when you have a small bench such as mine. Look at all this goop in our carburetor box. And it's layered up quite thick. Definitely got horribly rancid fuel in it. So our fuel lines will most likely need replaced. Our primer bulb is very stiff. It probably needs replaced. Now after we've got that off, we've got back here for this shroud, a T27 screw on the bottom and one on the top here. Didn't realize they were that long. Thought there was only two. Okay, and I'll take that off. We can get our air filter out, which is definitely dirty. I'll have to order one of these because I don't have... Oh, it's not that bad. We could probably ultrasonic it. Okay, and once that's done, trying to remember, it's been a while since I worked on one of these. I do believe we've got to go ahead and remove this front cover, which means we need to remove our recoil assembly, which is just, I believe, 4 T27 screws up here in the front. 1, 2, oh, it's 3 on this one, and 3. I should pop this recoil off, put our screws with it. Look how dirty this stuff is. Okay, these flywheels are very fragile, so if you are going to remove the flywheel, please be very careful. The keys do shear. I'm seeing a lot of oil. It actually looks like this thing's going to need a rebuild. I can already tell the base gasket leaks. And so we'll have to call Eric and let him know, because that's a several $100 job. But this thing is worth it. So now we'll remove this cover. We'll do a back pressure test on it to be sure before we proceed with anything else. And then I'll give Eric a call tomorrow and see what he wants to do. Okay, I do believe we've got to pop our choke lever off, which we should just be able to pry it right off. Usually. Apparently not on this one. Well, we don't have to get it off for that. Okay, let's see here. This is a little bit different setup than what I've seen in the past for this cover. Okay, there they are back here. Whoops, lost that one. Our fuel lines are definitely, they look rotted out or swollen or something. They definitely look like they need replaced. That's what I know. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and empty this magnet tray so I have something to hold my hardware. Now I think this cover should come off. Yeah, look at all this oil here. I'm almost certain. Oh, the fuel lines are not. Okay, that's just a sleeve on there. So, let's see. I know there's a couple of screws, one here, I think one, oh, we already got the one up top, to remove this shroud, or this carburetor box here. This thing is dirty as hell. Where'd my magnet stick go? There we are. Okay, there's that. And primer bulb stays on there. That fuel line is very stiff. It's 100% needs replaced. This one outside of the tank is okay, but we'll check inside the tank. This one is okay. Our impulse is okay. But we'll go ahead and disconnect our carburetor all the way. So we'll just pop this line off, and then we've got to pop our throttle linkage off, our throttle cable. I mean, it's not a linkage. And we just do that by feeding it through, and then the wire pops right out. There is our carburetor. Now, we do definitely need to vacuum pressure test this. So I'm going to pull this ring out of here, and we will just put a rubber stopper in there, a rubber stopper in our impulse. We will block off our muffler. Actually, I do believe this will work here. So yeah, we can try that. I think it will seal up. Okay, we'll just have to get some longer screws, which I should have. Okay, but in the meantime, we'll pull our muffler. Oh, and go ahead and get that blocked off first. Should just be 3 T27s if I remember correctly. 1, 2, and 3. That was loose. That's weird. Okay, there's that. There's our gasket. We're gonna get that out of the way. And let's grab us a block off. For the block off, I'm just using a tapered rubber slide that I've made out of 1/8 inch rubber. And we'll just snug these up. You don't need it super tight. Probably don't need that bottom one, but we'll do it for good measure. Let me find some long screws to hold this on. Okay, got us a couple of screws for this. Like I said, I think this will work here. It's technically for 1123 chainsaws and a couple of other items, but it fits perfectly. So as long as it seals up, we're good to go. And then we'll put a rubber plug in our impulse, and we'll apply our vacuum and air pressure through this adapter. Okay, there we are. Let's go ahead and get our Mighty Vac and a plug for that impulse. Here's our Mighty Vac. I think one of these yellow plugs would be the right size. Maybe a red one, actually. Let's see here. Nope, the yellow is going to work good. Okay. Do that. Let's get us some soapy water in case we have an air leak immediately. And we're going to start with pressure and see if we can establish some pressure buildup. Okay, it is building pressure, so we're going to go to 7.5 pounds, 8 pounds roughly, and see if it'll hold for several minutes. Nope, we're getting a drop immediately, so I'm going to check my fittings first off. No obvious leak at my fitting. Now I'll start. Oh yeah, we got a leak, a major leak at our base gasket. So you can see all the air bubbles right there. See them all? Okay. See that? Got them back here too. I could already tell with all the oil, the base gasket was bad. So we'll get a hold of Eric, see what he wants to do. See all those bubbles forming, guys? Right here and right here. So, since I've got to contact Eric, that's going to be it for Dr. Diagnostics. We'll call this part 1 of Eric's BR600 backpack blower. I'm pretty sure he's going to want to have it rebuilt. So, until next time, neighbors, be kind to one another. Everyone's facing a battle. I love all you neighbors, even though I suck at it. Today, neighbor Eric's battle is his blower that he thought was going to be less than 100 is now going to be probably over 300 to rebuild. We will have to see what kind of condition. You know what? While we're here, let's go ahead and see what kind of condition our cylinder is in. Die bug. Whoops. That is the wrong size. I think this is the wrong size too. Yeah, that's a 5/8 there. So, I think I got a socket here that we can use on that. Nope, I don't have the right one over here, damn it. Hang on a sec. Here we go. And a 3/8 ratchet here. Got an inspection line in this mess somewhere. Here we go. Yeah, we can't see crap down this hole. So I'm going to pull the muffler back off and look through there, which I probably should have done while I had it off. And I do need to pull this shroud, or this cover, in order to expose our what's it called, valve cover there, because that is something that we will have to get the kit. Comes with the gasket, a feeler gauge, which I've got a bunch of, and that's to set the valves on this Formex. So let's hope our motor's good. If not, I'm pretty sure I have a used motor I can sell him as well. Problem is with these Formexes, you can't really see a whole lot of the motor without taking it apart, which we have to take it apart anyways. And the last place we have that we can try and see a little bit of. So far with what I can see, I don't see any catastrophic damage, but I can't see a whole lot. Eric should still be up. I'm going to text him. Okay, from what I can see in here, it does look okay. I think we're going to be okay. But that'll be part 1. Until next time, neighbors. Hashtag persevere. You only fail if you quit.